Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing us how to make a flyer like this with your smartphone. So let's go to the app we're going to be using. We're going to be using Pixellab for this. But before you start any project, make sure to have downloaded all the materials needed for the project. Like this project I'm going to work on now, I'm sure I need a picture of this lady, I need a background and any other thing that I might be needing. So I've already done that. So to get a picture, you just go to your browser. This is the background I downloaded for the project. So if you need a picture, you can just go online, then you type a happy girl or something, just anything that can give you the picture you're looking for or can give you the expression of the picture you saw. Just say a happy girl, then you search. Let's see images. You can see some of those images. So when you see this one, for instance, you just click on it, you're going to see more of this type of images. You can see it. So you can see more of these images right here. So anyone you like, you just pick it. Or let's say I'm going to use this one for instance now. So I'm going to press and hold on it, download the image. So when I download the image, I'll take it to remove BG to remove the background. So let's go to remove.bg right now to remove the background. So all you need to do is upload the picture which you've downloaded, browse, then just select it. So as you can see, this is the one I want to use. I've already downloaded it and I've removed the background now. So this one right here is the one I've removed the background for. So that's what we're going to be working with. And right here you can see my background too already downloaded. So it's good to have all these materials downloaded and kept somewhere to make your job seamless. So then the next thing I'm going to do now is to work on the text. I've already typed out all the text I'll be needing for this tutorial for it to be fast. You can see I've already typed it out and just kept it in my notes. So I'll go back now to Pixellab now to start the project proper. So I'll click on this now. The first thing I need to do is to delete this text right here. So I'll click on this delete button up here. Now I want to change this background now to plain white. So all I need to do is come down to this point here, then click on it, then come to color here, click on it, then select this color right here, this one, to change the color to either white or red or whichever color I want. I can even do gradients by selecting this one right here, color. So color, then I pick gradients, which is this one right here. I'll just click on it. So this gradients helps you blend more than one color. It helps you blend two or more colors in any design you're doing. So if I take this green for instance, so you can see the shade of green there. So for instance now I want to edit the color of this, I want to edit the shade of this green. All I need to do is tap on this plus button right here. So you can see it. I can now pick this thing to go any angle I want it to go. If I want to change the down part of it to maybe another color, I'll need to select this knob here. I'll just click on it. When I click on it, then I'll select this color, click there to add color to it. So let's say I want to blend red, I'll just drag it this way. You can always adjust it to increase the brightness or the darkness. So when I'm doing all these adjustments, just notice the color here. So the color you have there is what it's going to be when you're done. So you can notice the adjustments. So this is now a darker shade. You can see it. The same thing goes for the green. When you come this way, you get a darker shade of any particular you're on. If you take it to the extreme, you get the lightest shade of the color. So this is for the transparency. If you want it to be very transparent, you can adjust from here. So I'm going to work with this red as discussed. You can see now. So this top side, the top side, I want to change it to maybe yellow or something, but I won't be working with that, but I just wanted to see how it works. So let's say I'm working with this color. So I'll press OK. So you can see the background color I've gotten, but I won't be working with that. I just need a plain white background. So I'll just select this. So let's move on. So the next thing I want to do now is to import my background proper. So I'll just click on this plus button at the top left. There are two ways to do that. If I want to change the background, I can just go to this place still, then I'll go to gallery. From gallery, then I'll pick this background, then I'll make it one by one, then adjust the part I want to show, then I click on OK. I click on OK. So this way I've gotten this background. Then I can, the second way is by going to this top here and say gallery. Then you choose the background you want to do. If you want one by one still, the same process. Then you can now position it whichever way you want. So that's about that. So I'm going to delete this one on top right now. Then the next thing is to bring in the image I want to use. I want this to be as fast as possible. So from gallery, I'll import it. So this is the one I've removed the background, as you can see. So that's what I'm going to import right now. Then just trim this part I don't need, so it doesn't disrupt my work later on. Then I'm going to OK. Then come and position it somewhere here. You can see it's that simple. So I'll position it somewhere there. So let's go to our design and see what we have. Okay, 5-day smartphone graphics. So these things you're seeing at the background here, they are all downloaded. All of this, it depends on the background you're using. It comes to the background. So we'll just keep that part for now to enable us move faster. So I'm going to, because I don't have the actual resources for this design, I'm not the one that designed this. If I was the one that designed it, I'll have these exact materials which was used for the design, but I'm just trying to improvise right now. So let's continue. So I'll now type my 5Ds. So I'll go to my text, which I had already typed out for easy access. So I'll just copy this now. Copy, come back here, then go to text, select text, then you edit it, double click on it to edit it, or you press edit. So 5Ds, I want to make it capital, so I would highlight it, then press the shift button. It's capital now. Then I would change the font. To change the font, you click on this text tool down here, the text tool, this one that has A, then that's to edit the text. So once you've done that, you will get these new features. And notice that when you click on a new item here, the features change. Do you understand? The features change. For instance, when I click on this now, you see the set of features I have here. See the set of features I have. Okay, when I change to text now, you see the features has changed as well. You can see all of that. Let me select the text. You can see the features has changed. So that's how it works. So whichever tool you choose is going to bring the features that is going to make you edit the work properly. So the next thing I want to do now is to change the font for this text. So I need a bold font. So I'll look for font right here. Then this is font. I'll click on it. Then I'll just look for any font. Let me use this chunk 5. Then press OK. So the next thing I want to do now is increase the size. Increase the size. So I'll make it blue color. Let me go to colors, give it a color. So ordinarily I would have used this blue, but when you look at this one we're working with, there is like a shade. The end of this is darker than the other side. So what I just need to do is just to apply gradients. So I'll now click on gradients. Then under this gradient, I'll press the plus button. Then for this end, this dark end, I'll select the color. I'll use the blue color, the dark shade. Then on this other side, which is this opposite end, I'll select it and then I'll use the blue color, a light shade. Blue color, a light shade, something like this. So you can see what we have now. Let me show you what it's going to look like. You can see what it's looking like now. But on the original design, the darker side is fading from left to right. So to make that happen, we're going to click on the plus button again. Then we'll drag this now. Just hold it and move it the way you want it to fade. So it's just going to fade that way. So I want it to fade from left to right, not from up to down. So this way, you can have something like this. So that's about that part. So I'll just move it somewhere here. You remember your alignment when you're doing your design. The next thing I want to talk about now is the smartphone. So I'll go back here, copy my smartphone text, You can type it out if you don't have it typed out, but I feel it's easier when you have your text already typed out. And I'll go to text, I'll bring it down here, then edit it and paste my text. I'll still make it capital letter, so I'll highlight it and press the shift, okay it, go to font and give it the same font which I used for the first one, chunk 5. Here you go, then okay. So what I need to do now is to reduce the size to fit my to align with this one. So now the next trick I want to show you on Pixellab is how to zoom in on a particular design. If I'm working on this space now and I cannot see it clearly, all I need to do is just tap on this zoom to that plus button there. When you click on it, then you can now zoom this to the proportion you want it to be. You zoom it to your face so you can be seeing it very well. When you've zoomed it to this level you want, you just tap on the plus button again. Then you can now work on it. You can see it now. So it's now closer to you. You can now see what you're doing very well. So if it's not okay, you would know. So right now, what color was used for it? Okay, red. So we'll just go to color and pick a red color. Right? So that's about that. So the next part is graphic design training. So that was written in a box. So all I need to do is come to this place here, then I'll select shapes. You can see shapes. I selected stickers. So let me show you shapes. You can see it. All right, so I'll just click on it. Then this is the shape. You can see what it looks like. So all I need to do is now reduce the size, reduce it this way, and make sure it's fits to the size I want it. So I'll just adjust it accordingly till it gets to the point I want it to be. So something like this. So I'll just press on this OK. So if you want to change the shape and you don't want to use this shape anymore, all you need to do is just to tap on this point here. You can get any other type of shape you want, whether the arrow sign, the lightning, the star, the heart, polygon, any type of shape you want, you can actually get it from here. So I'll just cancel this because the one I'm using is the one I want. Then I'll just press on this OK sign. The next thing I want to do is just give it color. So I'll select shape. When you want to give color to your shape, you select this button here. You select that button. So when you select the button, you now swipe. You swipe, you're going to see this color here, this color. So you click on it. Then you enable. You click on enable. When you enable, then you see this color effect to come out. So what I want now is to give it the same shade of blue that this 5days has. So I'll go to gradients. I'll just tap on gradients. Then I'll select this. So any color you've blended before will be in your palette. You can see all the mix of colors I've ever done on this particular project. So you can see this is the first blue now is the one that went from left to right. And the second one is the one that went from up to down. So any new shade you mix, you're going to find it here. So I need the first one, so I'll just tap on it and it automatically takes that color. I'll just press on OK. Then the next part is to type in the graphic design training. So I'll go back to my text where I have it already typed out, graphic design training. I'll just copy it. Then come and paste it here. Plus text, edit, double click to edit and paste. Okay. So right now I need to reduce the size. Another way to reduce size is by going to selecting text. You go to font size right here. So you can use the minus sign to reduce it, you use the plus sign to increase it, or you can use this bar here. Just drag it up or down till it gets to your desired size, then you just drop it. So the reason why I like using the plus and the minus is because it's going to increase it step by step till you get a desired size. So let's continue. Okay, it was written in capital letters, so I'll just edit that again, highlight it, shift, okay. Right, you can see it now. So I can change the color of the text to white for visibility. Okay, I don't know, for some reasons this moved upwards, so let me just adjust it quickly. Okay, so where's my text? Text, move to this point. All right, so I'll just move it. So if you want to move an item slightly on your Pixellab, and you don't want to distort you don't want to disrupt any other one, you don't want to shake any other one, all you need to do is just click on this item here. Then you go to if it's a text you want to adjust, you click on the text. Then you go to position, or you click on this position right here. So now with this position, you can adjust it upwards or downwards, left or right. You can see it moving. So if I don't like the pace at which it's moving, that's the space, the interval, I just need to press on this minus. It's going to reduce how far it's moving per tap. Let me tap it once now. You can see how small it moved. But let me increase this and increase and tap. So you can see now. So all you need to do is just adjust it. If you want it to move like slightly, you just use it to adjust it accordingly, according to what you want. So I think I need to bring it down a bit. So I'll just position it, then reduce this to maybe 1, then bring it down 1 step, or maybe 2. Okay, I think this is perfect. This is perfect for me. Okay, let me take it up 1 step. I think it's too much. 1 step up. That's too big. So let me undo. If you want to undo, you click on this up here. If you want to undo anything you've just done, just click on this now to just revert the change ASAP. So I need to adjust it, but slightly. Position to maybe 1 point, then up. Good. This is it. So guys, once you've gotten any specific, let me move this one a bit as well to be positioned in the center. So 1 point up. Okay, this is good. All right, so once you've done this and now you want to go back to the formal size, you just need to tap on the plus button again. Then you click on this side that has that 232. That's one you're going to click on now, not the plus button itself, for it to return it back to 100. So I just tap on it now. You can see it has gone back to 100. So once you've gotten to this point, now you can see this work now is properly arranged. If I don't group it or make it fixed to this position, when I'm working on other things, I might just touch it by chance. So to help me fix that, all I need to do is just go to this top here. Go to this top right here. Click on it. So here now you're going to see all the elements that you have on this particular design. So what you need to do is just to lock it, right? You see the lock sign, just tap on it. That one is locked. This one here is locked as well. This lock. Let me not lock this picture yet because I'm not done with it. So you can now go back, right? So no matter what you're doing now, you cannot move that job. You cannot move it. So you can see, you can't move it. So if for instance now I want to move it, I cannot move it, but you can see this one is moving. I'm dragging this now, but it's not moving. But when I move this, it's moving because it's not locked. So that's how you can lock your work when you're editing other items and you don't want to move it. You don't want it to shake or get scattered in the process. So that's about that. What's the next thing we have? Okay, we have a short text there. So let me just go quickly and copy the text. Let me quickly copy the text in the 5 days. In 5 days. Let me copy it alongside this and this. Okay, so copy. I'll come right back to my design. Then I'll press the plus and add text. So I'll bring this text down here. So when you're doing this, make sure you are aligning your jobs properly, right? Make sure you're aligning your jobs properly so that it looks properly aligned. So I'm going to delete this text now, then paste in my own text. Then press OK. So you can see how big this is. So all I need to do is just to go to font, go to size, then reduce the size drastically. You can see it. Reduce it drastically. So from what I'm seeing now, I think I still need to move my design a bit to the left. So all I need to do is just to move this in this way. Then I will now need to unlock this one up here so I can move them. Or alternatively, I can even group them together, right? I can group them together so that I can just move it at once. So for me to group them together, I would need to select this point here. You can see it. So I'll just click on it. Then I'll select the items I want to move at once. So I'll select the 5 days, smartphone, this shape and the graphics. Then you tap on this one here. I don't know if you can see it right there to mark the good sign. So that way, I don't know if I've been able to merge that though. Okay, let me unlock them. Okay, so let me group again. This, then group merge. You can see, are you sure you want to merge selected objects? Because if you merge it, you cannot reverse it. Once it's merged, you cannot be reversed. That's just the sad part. So just be sure you want to do that before you do it. But if you merge it by mistake and you want to quickly revert back, you can just do that immediately. But once it has passed that step, it cannot go back. So this is it now. I'll just place it to be in line with the other items. So I can increase the size a bit and just paste it somewhere up there. So you can see how it's coming out. So for this text now, let me unlock it so I can edit it. So I want to change the font style. So I'll go to fonts, then I don't know, I don't have so much fonts here. So guys, if you're tired of this set of fonts you have, there's a way you can add more fonts to your design to make it more beautiful. For instance, now if you go to my fonts, so when you go to my fonts, I don't think you have this set of fonts in your own, right? I don't think you have this set of fonts because these are fonts I downloaded that did not come with my own Pixellab app. So if you want this font, you can actually reach out to me. I can give you the pack for free. I have it, I don't know, but it's just the process of installing it that I have a video on how to install it as well. So if you need the pack, just send a DM. So I won't be using any of this my pro fonts. I'll just work with the one you guys have access to so we can have something uniform. So I'll just pick a font from here. Regardless, I'll just pick a font from here. Let me look for any nice fonts. Oh, okay, I will get a nice one. Okay, let me see this one. Oh, no good. Let me see this. Man, it's really difficult to work with this set of fonts. But let me see this. Oh, okay. Okay, let me click on OK and see what it looks like. All right, not bad. So let's see what our original design looks like. Okay, the font is very light, so let me see if I can change this font. Let me just work with it to save time, but you already know how to get your font and all of that set, so I'll just place this right here so don't kill so much time on this. So let's go back. Then we have this one that says 20 plus. Okay, there are some texts that are red, so for me to get that, let me zoom into this text. Let me zoom in. All right, so I'll drop the zoom tool, then select the text again, then say edit. So what I want to do now, I'm going to add colors to this text. So let me go to color, text color. All right, so I'll say red. So when you say red now, what this means is that you're giving the whole text a red color. But if you want to edit just a part of it, you want to give one, like just the way you have this now, in 5 days is the one that has a different color, but the rest has black. And you see Android phone has a different color. So for you to do that, when you come to this place, you can see that all these are highlighted, and that's why all of them have the same red color. So let me return it to black. Then I want to make just 5 days colored. So all I need to do is just to use this knob here, just drag it and just highlight only 5 days. Only 5 days, like this. Okay, then I would now give it a different color. So you can see how that works. You can see how that works now. So let's go back and do the same for the Android phone. So I'll just move this highlighter to the one I want to change the color. So you see, okay, Android phone. Then I'll change the color to red as well. So that's how you can change a text in the midst of the other text. That's how you can change the color of a certain text in the midst of the other text. So now the next point we want to do now is to these 200 plus free design resources to be given out. So let's go to our texts, our notepad, and copy that out. Okay, so I'll just quickly copy this out and come back to my design. Then now, since I've gotten the text I want to use, I won't be creating new text. So all I need to do is just to click on this and duplicate it. Right, to duplicate it, you just tap how do you even duplicate? Okay, you click on copy down here, click on copy right here. So what this does is it gives you the same copy of this up there. So all you need to do now is double click on it to edit it. Then you delete whatever you have inside and probably replace it with your own text. Then I'll click on OK again. Okay, so I noticed the icon I used was not it's not available on Pixellab, so I'm just going to take that off. So I'll just do 200 plus. So you can see the effect of that red effect is still on this design. So if I want to remove it, I'll just go to color again, then I'll just say black. Everything goes back to black color. So if I want to add that that icon, I can just create a shape to represent that. So I'll click on circle. You can see what I have here. So I'll just reduce the size of the circle. Just reduce the size of the circle. Did the circle change? Okay, so just reduce the size. Then probably give it a color. Say green color. Let me use blue since that's our team color. So I'll just position it where I want to have it. Then let me zoom in more to place it properly. You can see it. So drop the zoom tool, then adjust this as I want it to be. Then just place it as I would like it to appear as well. So I think this is perfect with me. Then I will go back, I'll then zoom to 100. So you can see what we have so far. So now the next part is this part where we have the access fee. So I'll need to create that box quickly. So let's go back to Pixellab. Then we drop this zoom to plus button, shape, and let's select the shape type we want. How do we get that shape? Okay, let's work with this shape right here. So I'll just keep it here, then reduce the size, make this long, reduce this. Okay, let me change the color so you'll be seeing what I'm doing. Color to blue. Let's use this shade of blue. So I'll just put it here. So let's see the original. Okay, so the original went behind the girl's picture. So this one's went behind her picture. So to do that now, all we need to do is to send this picture backward, to send this shape backward, or to bring this girl's picture forward. So I want to bring her picture forward. So all I need to do is just to select the picture. Then I select this part. Then I'll look for to front. See to front right here. I just need to tap it to bring it in front. So that's how you bring a picture in front or send it behind any particular text you want, right? So all I need to do now is to type in the access. So let me go to my notepad and get this text. Copy. And right here, so I select this and do a copy of it as well. So I won't be retyping. And place it somewhere here. Edit the color, edit the text rather. I'm pasting the new text, then change it to capital. Shift. All right, so you can see the font is looking small, so I just need to increase it. All right, so what color do we have for it? White. Okay, so select the white color, Okay. Alright, so the next thing we need to do now is to work on the practical videos. So I'll still select this shape, then duplicate it, and bring it down somewhere here, then still send this picture in front of it, so to front. All right, so I'll duplicate this text as well and bring it down here. Then let me go get the text for it. 100% practical videos. Copy it, then double click to edit it, highlight all and remove, then paste it. Okay, and I increase the text, okay, then change the color. All right, so now this part now is not aligning properly, so I think I need to reduce the size of this shapes I just made. So all I need to do now is to zoom in, then drop the zoom, then reduce the sizes. I think I need to reduce the size of this. Okay, then make it align. So if I want to be sure these things are aligning, I just need to draw or bring in this tool here. This is the alignment tool. When you bring it, you click on this plus, this shape here. Then you click here to add the number of grid lines you want. So I want 30 by 30. So you can see with this now, you can see if it's aligning as you want it to be. So you can see it. So this way now you can now adjust every other thing to be in line with what you want. Okay, so I'll now use this knob here to adjust this slightly. So out till it touches this part of it. Same I'll do with this. Position, reduce it to 1, then move it in till it touches the same notch. Right, so you can move it up if you want. So you just make sure it's aligning. This part too, I think I need to move it in a bit. I think I need to move this part in. Let me use the position tool. Maybe in. Okay. Yeah, so the graphic tool, I think I need to work on that as well. So I'll just click on the zoom tool, take it back to 100, and I can turn off this zoom tool, and I'll just move this guy in to align. You can see how that's coming out, but I still feel these shapes are too big with the text. Maybe I should just reduce it. So you just have to design this till it gets to the way you want it, to your desired tastes. Let me reduce this. I feel it's too big. Okay. And just position it as you want it to be. Okay, so let's see what we have left to do. Okay, so we have this text right here now. So copy the text. Phone requirements. On up to this. So copy. We'll go back. Then let me move this up. Let me move this up. Position. So go up, up, up. Yes. Then I select the shape as well. Shape, move up, up, up. Good. Maybe one more. Oh, is that too much? Let me reduce the size and then drop it one step, two steps, one step up. Okay, so here we are right now. I would now create a text box again, then duplicate it, then bring it down here. Make sure it's aligned, edit it, highlight everything, paste in the new text, and you okay it. So you can see, then you can just extend this to contain more text, right? So you have space down there. All right, so you now know how to make a text colored in the midst of other texts. So let's just skip that part. Then let me go straight to this part where we have some shapes on her body and this blue little line down there. Let me add the blue line first. So for me to add that line down there, I'll click on this shape tool again, then reduce this, then extend it this way. Extend. All right, so I'll just bring it down here. When I bring it here, I'll make it blue. So give it a color, then blue, gradients, this same shade is what we're using. So I'll click on OK. So as it is, I can now bring in my text in there, which says click the WhatsApp button to join. So I'll just click on the WhatsApp button to get started. I'll copy the text, then go to our work, select this text and duplicate it, then I'll paste in the text I want in there, highlight all, delete and replace. So okay, I'll bring it down here. I'm probably okay. Let me align it to the center. So relative position will help you align it to the center if you want. Then okay, then we'll change the font color to white. All right, so okay. So now, I want to make the shapes now on this picture. So all I need to do is go to this plus icon, select shapes, then click on this, then I'll pick this tool, right? So okay, so all I need to do now is to rotate the image to face downwards, then probably reduce the size and bring it somewhere here. Maybe reduce the size further and just move it somewhere here, right? So the next thing is to draw the second shape, which is the circle. So go back to shapes, select this and do the circle shape. Then I'll reduce this one too and have it somewhere here. Okay, good. All right, so when you look at this now, you notice that there's a shadow behind the first triangle and the circle. So all we need to do is to go back to our design, select this one. Let me zoom into that section so we see it clearly. All right, so I'll just move this in, then drop the zoom tool. Okay, so I'll just position it properly. Now I'll need to add shadow to it. So all I need to do is now select on this tool here, then look for shadow right here. Look for shadow. All right, so this is shadow. So I'll just click on it. I don't know if you can see it. This is shadow. So I'll click on it, then enable. So you can see automatically we now have the shadow on the text. So for this second part now, it has yellow color and I think it still has shadow. So we'll still enable shadow on this as well. Then we'll click on OK. So right here, you can change the shadow color. You can see it. You can change the shadow color to whichever color you want. So I'll just leave it at this for fancy design. Then I would give this a blue color because that's the color it has. So give it a blue color, enable. Then should I do gradients or should I just do a straight color? Let me just do a straight color. Then let me return the shadow to black. I think black was better. All right, so this is better for me. So the next part is to add the text, which we have down there. Let me see what text we have. Okay, 100 plus students trained already, free access. So let me start with free access, then zoom back to 100. So let's start with the free access. Click on this and duplicate it. So I'll just say copy. So I have a copy of it right here. Then all I need to do is to edit it and bring this guy down. Bring this guy down. Then okay. So you can see it now. So I need to align it to the center. So the same process, you go to alignment, formats. Click on this, then say centralize. So that way you have it in the center. Then I just make sure I'm positioning this the best way possible. So that's for that. Then the next part is the 100 plus or 1000 plus students trained. Should I do it with the same font? So let me copy and edit. 100 plus. Is it 100 plus or 1000 plus? Okay, 1000 plus students. So 1000 and plus. Then I click on OK. I think I have this in red, so I'll just give it red color. Alright, so have it somewhere here. Then I'll type in the next part, which is students. So I'll duplicate this one up here because I need a smaller text. Edit, so I highlight all and delete and replace it with students. Okay. Oh, this has a color, so edit. I'll change the color. Okay, then maybe red, yes, then okay. This is how it is positioned. Okay, so I'll just go back to our design, then adjust this accordingly. So I'm struggling with the to see what we have there. So all I need to do is zoom in again on that section and drop this zoom tool so I can adjust it properly. So I can increase the size now to fit in. So you can see how it's coming out. Let me see what we have originally. Okay, so students a bit big, so I'll increase the size of this. Increase it. Okay. All right, so this is what we have so far. Then I'll go and add trained already. So I'll zoom back to 100, drop the zoom tool, then select this, duplicate it again, and type trained already. So double click to edit it, or you use the edit button down there. So I'll type trained already, then capitalize it, shift, okay. Color again. Now come to color and give it a red color all through. Then I'll just position it where it's supposed to be. So I think I need to still zoom in on that part. All right, so drop the zoom tool, then adjust this accordingly. Do I need to increase the size of my box, my triangle rather? So let me just increase it a bit. Okay, so I would have to adjust this. All right, so let's zoom back to page. Okay guys, so this is how you come up with a flyer design for your project. So the next thing I might want to do is just to bring my logo maybe somewhere and just place it somewhere, or you can just play with this space we have here. You can just play with that space you have there. Let's say let's bring in like a tag, or say what's it called, best. Okay, so we'll just pick any of this. We're going to download it, and we're going to remove the background. So download, then we'll go to remove the BG, remove the BG. Then we're going to upload the downloaded image right here. Browse, then select it, then download. So this is just us now adding an extra to our work to just make it balanced. So from gallery, you bring in this and okay it. So you just look for somewhere and just position it. So you see, I'm done with this design and I still have a lot of space to work with. I have a lot of space to work with. So you can see it. Just position it properly. Or if you want to now bring in your logo, you can just bring in your logo somewhere and just place it around there. I don't think I have my logo here, so let's just leave the logo part for now. So this is how you create a flyer with your smartphone. You can see how it's looking. So let's just have a full view of the screen so you can see how the flyer is looking. And we just did this with our smartphone. If I'm to take my time, I'm going to do something better than this, but just because of time, this is what we can get for now. So if you got value from this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you like the video, comment on the video so you can get to many other people out there. So stay tuned to this channel. I'll see you in my next video.